Good afternoon, everybody. We're getting ready here for the final few holes of the 2019 Connecticut International from Connecticut River Course in Cromwell, Connecticut. I am Earl, and I'm your host here. And let me get this out of the way, and we're going to get going. So here we are. We're going to start the back nine with the leaders. And let's start with not that view, this view. So started the day with Alec Newcomb. He came into this round with, maybe the best view to look at is over here. Don't look at the score sheet. The scores coming in: Alec Newcomb with -9, 2 strokes ahead of Gareth Leonard, Heath Summers, and then 3 back were a grouping of David Alvestad, J. Laufenberg, Shinji Konishi, and bear with me, some of my graphics here need to be tweaked because things are a little different. I'll show you what I'm doing here in just a second if I come over here. But if we go into the rounds themselves, Alec Newcomb, he's had a pretty decent front nine. He is 2 under par through the front nine, but Gareth Leonard came right through with 4 straight birdies, and he took that 11 under score through the end of the front nine. But Newcomb got that birdie right as we closed out the front nine, so I was playing this offline. So he tied Leonard. So right now it's a 2-way tie between Leonard and Newcomb, and you can see it down there in the bottom right hand corner. Heath Summers has been making a bit of a charge. He is 2 under on his round. He's through 10 holes. David Alvestad did not fare so well in that second to last group. So far he's actually at even par. I'm not sure why it's showing him to be over par for the front nine on that score card, but that's okay. J. Laufenberg is coming in 4th right at the moment through 11 holes. -7 is his score. As you can see, he's had a rather up and down round up to this point. He does have 4 birdies, but also 3 bogeys, which have hampered his ability to get close. And another guy who we will be seeing here in these final few holes is Gail Honorado. The reason I remark about him is from 7 through 10, I think he had 2 easy birdies, and he may have had 3 easy birdie putts go, and he missed them. So that makes it pretty tough when you go and do that. And that just switched off of here. Let's go and do that. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So I could split off. I wanted to split off this so I could look at that window. So let's go to the overhead, and I also wanted to talk about this guy Alec Newcomb a little bit. So tied for the lead. You can see there it's a card that I made. It's a custom card, and it's not really that custom because some of you may have just joined the channel in the last few weeks, months during this season, and may not realize. I mean, if you go back through Tabletop Baseball Plus's playlists and such, you can see that there's a season 1. Well, it turns out Alec Newcomb is one of these guys that was an original, a 2017 member of the PNG set, as you can see right here. He was, I'm going to turn this up just a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't blast you guys. But as you can see, his card was not bad, and he actually showed up in a few of our broadcasts. So, but for whatever reason, and that's plays prerogative, they aren't familiar with how my replay is going necessarily, or it's not a replay, it's my simulation. Everybody's got their own quirks with this, and you can see here he is listed as a 4C. So in the overall scheme of the tournament season, this is not going to rate somebody very high, right? They're going to end up in struggling to make the tour for the next season. So he was also semi-prospect, so that means he's a young guy, and so they didn't reproduce him for 2019 set. Except, I will say they did, but it was in this Fringe Golfer set, and I didn't know they put this out until after I had already made the other card and had been using it. And so, if you want to look and see, he's lost his king in their progression. He's gained a semi-hero to go, but his champion has dropped to semi. And he's lost the prospect. So when I made my card, I tried not to do a whole lot of changes to his traits. So I decided, and I'm not sure I did any rolls for any of this. I just decided he got a little better, so I made his legend, his semi-legend legend, and brought his king back to semi-king. I don't know. I'm not sure why I did that. It's been a while since I made that card right there. I also brought back his champion to semi. I may have used some random numbers in this. And then I progressed him from semi-prospect to just neutral, which is the same thing that they did on this card. And I made him a 3B because I think he was in the 40s or 50s as far as the money list in my tour. So I actually dropped his rating quite a bit compared to what they have him in the PNG Fringe. Now, we're starting to get to the point, this season has taken me so long that we're getting to the point where eventually we're going to see a 2021 PNG update. And once I get this season finished up, it's going to be really weird to see how things play out, which golfers played well for me that, again, they don't reproduce. But this Slacker tour that I run, that I do offline, it's kind of a nice way for me to bring any new golfers that they introduce and let them work their way into the tour. And there are a couple guys who we will see in Season 3 when that comes about. Anyway, let's get to the deal here. So Leonard and Newcomb are your leaders right now. They're 2 ahead of Summers. And the way things have worked out, so the other thing that I was doing this time, and I have my sheet over here, I've done twosomes. Now, the first 2 twosomes that went off, they both fared pretty poorly. And, I mean, if you could see it up here, I've already played them out. Once they got to this point, Overguard was doing okay, and I was going to hold on to him. Then we got 11 and 12 where he back-to-back bogeyed, and that basically put him out of contention. So that's why I've rolled them all out. They're all off the table, and now we are on. Going to be playing hole 13 with Honorado and Myung Cho. But we need to do the emerging contender. And because Gareth Leonard is he's 4 under par, tied for the lead, we get to roll once on the emerging contender chart. And it is 14. Now I'm going to have to move my dice out of the way. And we need to do a draw golfer out of B+, and they will emerge 2 strokes back of the leader. And the other thing that's going to kind of be interesting for me is that I have not I don't know if I've worked out all the kinks on this twosome sheet for myself, so we'll see how that all goes. So from B+, So here are all the B plus golfers. And so I'm going to take this guy and I'm just going to shuffle them pretty well. Put them down here. Some of these cards end up sticking together, and that's a little bit of a nightmare. So yesterday I spent a fair amount of time. I just got in some new card stock, which is the exact specs that Play uses to create their cards. So I'm hoping, and this time when I did my pre-tournament rolls, things worked out quite a bit better. So, I felt more confident in cutting. Like sometimes I'm worried when I have to cut the various cards. Okay, I'm just going to slide this guy out from here, and this is going to be our draw golfer. This one, look. It's Gage Valentine. So, still not real keen on my creations, but we'll stick with him. So, and he doesn't have a great card, so he played well to start, but let's see if he can keep it going here on 16, 17, and 18. Okay. Let me just check and see if anybody has entered the room. Hey, Larry Rice. Okay, so it is Gage Valentine. Oops. Okay. And being B plus in the target score, we're going to say he started at 207. And because of the 14, he emerges 2 strokes back of the leader. So that put him -9. Start out -3, so he's 6 under par. And let me see if he shows up if I put a 0 here. Okay, well, progress is defeated, but we could play along with this anyway, and it'll be okay. One moment here as I'm gonna see if I can figure out why. What's this? Oh, so that's it. V20. What the heck is V20? Oh. I don't know what I'm... So this is the... Oh, let me see. I guess that's it. So where is that dash coming from? I'm not sure. Man, that's... Oh. Well, I'm just going to have to play it out as is. Sorry, I don't want to be horsing around here too much. Alright, so Valentine, we'll just have to play it by ear. So he's -9, and he's playing 16. He doesn't have any blue chips, He's just trying to see if he can keep going here. And so it's a par 3, and it's a 4. So on the white, so 23, rough in 1. Okay. Par 3, rough in 1. Green 2, is he a master? He is not. So, moderate putt for par. And he makes it. So, let's put that down. It's going to make my leaderboard messy. I don't know how to fix it right now. And I'm not going to take any time to do it. Okay, so to 13. And here is Honorado and Chung. Now, Honorado just doubled 12, so double bogeyed, so not in good shape. So it'll be Chung with the tee. Par 5, 523 yards, a birdie hole. Double cordial means if you get a white 6, you can just take a birdie, no blue chip, and move on. But it's a 1, so 226 for Myung Cho on the par 5. It'll ask if he's yeoman, and he's not. Then shaper for the second shot. That does not click either. Now, is he a champion on the third? He is, so he will have an easy birdie putt. And Cho, he's a ways back, but he is going to use a blue chip to make his easy putt. Gimme, and the gimme birdie is in. You need anything but 6s. If you get 2 6s, you miss. It's called the high roll. Other than that, that's a birdie. And so Myung Cho will move to -5. He's 6 back. So a ways back there. If anything comes to mind that I could figure out why this is that leaderboard isn't, then I'll fix it, but I'm not sure at the moment. Okay, so Honorado trying to get some strokes back here, and he gets a white 5, so that means it's going to be golf course controlled, and then a 26 it will be course. So when we say course control, it's if the white die is listed as any of the white dice that show up here. So a 5. And we go 26, it's one of these squares, which is golf cam course. And when we go to that chart, we look at what the green die gives us. Par 5, is it daunting? It's not. Is he scatter, which is in the woods, and he's not. So that's a clutch putt for birdie. Now, with the way he's been going here, he will probably miss it. He needs, because he is neutral, he's not gold nor rust. He has a 1 to 3 chance, 50% chance of making this clutch putt. And he does make it this time. So Honorado finally gets off the schneid. Oh, and he gets back to 5 under with his playing partner Myung Cho to 12. Playing that hole are Jay Laufenberg and Shinji Konishi. 2 degrees of course control, 411 yard par 4. There is some water here, bordered by the Connecticut River, which the course is named after. This is TPC of Connecticut. Actually, it might be TPC River Highlands. That used to be the name, and it may still be the name. So Laufenberg doesn't have any blue chips, so he's just going to go ahead and play it out. And with a white 3, you can see 4 and 5 are course control, 3 is not. So 1, 4, 5 is how you read golfer control. You take the 3 other 6-sided dice and you put them in ascending order, 1, 4, 5, duffer or gilded. He is neither of those, so he has to check his short game. With a green 1, that's a good roll for that. It does ask if he's soft. I've had Summers one time get a chip in based on that. He had a green 1, but if Laufenberg was soft, he would chip it in for birdie, but instead he's going to have to go ahead and roll a white and a decider. If it's a 1 and the decider die is yes, it's in. anything else, and he'll have a putt left for par. It's a 1, but does not get the decider die, so it just lips out. But he will have a gimme putt for par. We roll 3 dice, and as long as they aren't 666, and they aren't, he makes the par. Now, Shinji, Konishi, also no blue chips, but you wouldn't want to use one here either. You've got half of a chance of getting control, and here's a special case where you end up with triple on the rest, which leads to special result charts. And let's see how this works out. So we'll keep the decider die on no, because we don't want to re-roll that if we don't have to. And let's roll 2 dice on the par 4 level 1 special result chart. 26. Beautiful shot. Gimme putt for birdie. Golfer is in the zone. Awarded a blue chip after each hole the rest of the round. So we re-roll these for the gimme birdie as long as it isn't 6s. He is good for a birdie, and it's in. Okay, Konishi to -7. I was making sure that didn't update. So that will, let's see, that puts him within 4, but he will also earn a blue chip after each hole. So we give him a blue chip right now. See how that may affect this. I mean, you never know how. Blue chips are basically confidence, so he's gaining confidence after each hole here on out. Okay, so back to 11. First time we've seen this. Par 3, 3 degrees of course control, but even if the course has control, it's got a 50% chance if you land on these squares of leading to a favorable, easier result. So, and also if you get the circle, which is the green chart, that also has a half chance because it's semi-cordial for the course, semi-friendly for the green. And Heath Summers is the one who will be on the tee first here at the par 3. So a white 4, course controls that. 36, he is in the trees. His iron to the green went a little astray to the right. And so a 3, is he a workman? No. So a gimme putt for par. Remember, that's 3 dice. He putts it and he taps it in. He gets 2 6s, but not the 3rd. Okay. David Alvestad is next. He has a blue chip. He could, well, Summers had one too. He could have played it here instead. Okay, and Alvestad does get the 1, so golfer control, and it's a 2, 4, 5. We go to the par 3 chart. It kind of looks like that. And 2, 4, 5 utility. Now you'd find that under the irons, and he is not a utility player, so it goes straight to golf cam green. And the decider die says yes. We have not checked any trait yet, so that makes this friendly. Now let's see what the green 5 says on the par 3. Is it a friendly green? It is. He will get a clutch putt for birdie. Alvestad currently 5 behind. He's gonna take the chance. He's only a 1 to 3. He's neutral clutch putting. He needs to make this to get a second blue chip. If he misses it, he'll lose confidence, and that blue chip that he does have will be gone. Here's the putt. He strokes it. Oh, and it's a bad miss. He misread it. So he will have an easy par putt, and he goes around and goes down, but wasn't completely straightforward there for Alvestad. Okay, we go to number 10. Newcomb and Leonard coming just off the turn. hit the bathroom. And Newcomb has some chips to use, as does Leonard, and I think they will each try to get control. I don't know about Leonard. Newcomb will. So he only has to spend the one, and I might do this for Leonard too, but I kind of like not doing that for Leonard. Also in the pre-tournament rolls, or the pre-final round, Newcomb did get gold till further notice. So, or not till further, just gold. The till further notice is Gareth Leonard with his extra control. So, Newcomb, 1-4-5, par 4. Duffer or gilded, neither of those. So it's short game check. Green 4. Is he stone? You would again find that under irons, just like soft is for Summers. So he's not stone. Easy putt for par. We roll 2. And he did spend a blue chip and gets a par. Probably would have liked to have done more with that. So Leonard, he's going to hold on to his chips. He also gets this white 4 with the extra control that he would get control. And he gets it. So 1-2-2. He took a chance and paid off. Is he duffer? No. Hacker? No. He gets a moderate putt for birdie. And this is kind of why I wanted to do that. How many chips does he have? Does he have 2 or 3? He has 2. I'm going to hold on to those. I've been trying to use for him because his card isn't so strong. So giving him control doesn't always do him a great favor. So what I've been trying to do is save his chips to upgrade putts. But I think I'm just going to take the chance here. He needs a 1 or a 2 for a moderate birdie, about 15 feet. And it's in the hole. So a birdie for Gareth Leonard. He takes a 1-shot lead over Alec Newcomb. And okay. So excuse me with this Valentine thing. It bothers me, but I can't really do much about it right now. Oh, whoa. Hold on a second. I need to figure something out here for a minute. Okay, sorry about that. I'm still a little mystified with my leaderboard, and I'm not sure I'm going to try anything with it here, but I'd still like to figure out, oh, what is this? So that's just referencing the wrong cell. So what cell has 16? Oh, so it's referencing AF. Maybe. Is it? So it's got to be referencing AF. Final round entry U. No? Is it that it's looking at 3? Huh. I am not sure why it is pulling in a number that it shouldn't be pulling in. Oh well, I'm wasting time. So just, you're gonna have to ignore that, the Valentine thing. It's pretty annoying right now for me, but as you can probably tell. Hello, Alex M. Gage Valentine's Day. I was having trouble figuring out why you put Valentine's Day. Yeah, it's Gage. Gage Valentine. So, yes indeedy. Okay, to 17. Sorry about the delay. Being somebody that likes to have all my ducks in a row when I don't, it just kind of like befuddles me, and I'm befuddled. So, and somehow things a little. I guess you guys can see that. It's a 2 there, but I'm looking at the screen. All right, so 420, par 4, semi-daunting, 4 degrees of course difficulty, and we are back to our third group. Again, the first 2 I've already played through since they were way out of contention. So it'll be Myung Cho coming off birdie. Both these guys came off birdie. Oh, wait, no, I'm going with Valentine. My bad. Valentine on 17, 420 yards. As you can see, water down the right side here. It's a lake, so, and there's not many course, which actually is not such a bad thing because it is semi-daunting. When a hole is cordial or semi-cordial, you want a lot of these squares because it should give you a good chance at a birdie. When it's semi-daunting, I feel like you'd rather be in not the water, but some of those other deals, because if you can get a green 1 or 2, you at least have a good chance at par and maybe a swing at a birdie. But okay, here's Valentine. And so the white 2 means we go to 13. He's in the trees with his first shot. Par 4, green 4. So workman, Gage Valentine, he is a semi-workman, and the decide or die gives it to him. So this is, uh-oh. I don't usually have many uh-ohs in my rounds, but we get one here. As you can see, Valentine's card is kind of pooey. So he gets a red chip for this, and we have to re-roll the white die to figure out what kind of garbage he's gotten himself into. It's a 4. So he's going to have a difficult putt for par. Not too bad. Needs a 1 to 3 to remain at -9. He's now 3 back of Leonard. Oh, and he misses it. So now a moderate needs to avoid a 6. 1 to 5. Whoops. And I didn't get it in the thing. Okay, he does make that, but that is a bogey. And maybe after that, when I take a look at the leaderboard a little later, it will jog me to figure out what has gone wrong. Actually, let's take a look at it real quick. 17. Count. If the count equals 3, then it's final. If it's not, then it's, you take the count of those plus 15. See, that's why. Okay, that's why. Yeah, except it's supposed to be in this column here. Which is going to mess me all up. Actually, what I could do, copy this, and then let's paste it. Yes. Okay. Now what I want is probably to take this and paste it right over here like this. What did I get? Circular dependency. E1 times 4. Let me see what these are here. X. Did that do it? Where is Valentine? Yeah, not quite. We're almost there. Oh my goodness. So this one, what do we have going on here? This one I can just go down like this, I think. At least for now. That's not right. Something's wrong here. Okay, I can just, at least for now, this'll. What happened there? Duh, I guess that's why. Alright, at least I've got my leaderboard fixed. Now I just got to get back to what's what I need to do here, because I'm wasting time. Sorry about this, guys. I know this is your bloody Valentine. I know, yeah, I'm sorry. You know how I am. Hopefully, a lot of you've been paying attention to my stuff here. And okay, 14, 424, par 4. Golfers face a blind tee shot, dog leg left, but a good shot that hugs the right side of the fairway can set up a successful downhill approach. I don't usually read those stem to stern, but we will this time. And it will be Myung Cho. 3 degrees of course difficulty, and it's a 2, so he has a 135. Duffer or puny, semi-puny with the dots, so he's going to lose a blue chip as the gallery groans. Takes a little bit of his confidence. Green 5, workman. He's not a workman, but he still ends up with a difficult putt for par. Avoids potential bogey. For now, needs a 1 to 3, and it's a 4. Make sure you can see. Yeah, you can see it. So you wouldn't be able to see that if that was all the way down there. That's okay. Moderate bogey then, needs a 1 to 5, and he gets that. So good enough for a bogey, not good enough to move any closer. Gail Honorado takes a par and a blue chip for patience, a little confidence. Overcomes a not so great tee shot. So Shinji Konishi now getting a blue chip after every hole, and sunny now. Sunny, right? Doesn't say sunny. Back to 15 or 13, this par 5, and let's see what goes. White 5 means 34. Golf Cam course, again, it's double cordial, so that should lead to a birdie chance. It's more than cordial, so a clutch putt for birdie. And he needs a 1 to 4, and he makes it. So he gets a blue chip for making the clutch putt, and the way that I read it, after this hole he also gets another blue chip. So Shinji Konishi now has 3 blue chips, and he is to within 4 again after, because Leonard birdied before. Now Jay Laufenberg, he's 5 back, and it'll be 3, 5, 6. We go to the par 5 chart. Scatter or puny? No, he's not a hero, but he is a champion. He will have an easy birdie putt. So that's a 66% chance. 1 to 4. We roll the green die, and it's in. It's 2 out of the last 3 for Laufenberg, and he's to -8. Joins Konishi. Lurking, hoping that somebody opens the door. Okay. So Summers now will be the one to play here at 12. Hole that can be mastered here. 335. Just a second. I'm gonna. Hold on a second here as I. On my okay, well, I guess I can't do that. I was trying to get to the point where I could see the comments as well. I guess I can do that here. So it's Summers, 335. King, no. Hero, he is a hero. He'll have an easy birdie putt. So he's gonna save the blue chip. Needs a 1 to 4, and he knocks it in. So Summers, he gets to -10. He's within 2. Alvestad, white 4, course control, and it's going to be golf cam course with a 26. Green 3. It's not cordial, it's not daunting, so he needs to sink a clutch putt for par. He is 1 to 3, and he does make it. Gets a blue chip as he makes a confidence-boosting clutch putt. Big one, about a 7-8 footer. Now Gareth Leonard on the tee here at the par 3, and there's no water. He's just going to go ahead and see if. So in his case, he has 50% chance of control, since he also has extra control. So he has the 1 and the 2 and also the 4. So he's not going to use chips here, and he gets the 4. 135 on the par 3. Utility or gilded? No. So we go to golf cam green, and we haven't checked decide or die yet, so it says yes. That means it's friendly. Green 3, par 3. Is it challenging? No. We know that it's at least semi-friendly. So he gets a clutch putt for birdie. He is semi-gold. If we were later in the round, I'd think about using a blue chip to make it full gold, even though it's kind of a waste. He's going to try to make this 66% chance. It's about a 9-foot putt. Needs a 1 to 4. Oh, and he misses it. He's going to lose a blue chip, and he would have missed it even if we had used the chip. So leaves an easy par, and he does hold that out, but that's a bit of a disappointment there. He had a chance to take a 2-shot lead. And over Newcomb, his playing partner now. Newcomb gets a chance to play. See if he could take advantage of this hole. And it's going to be white 5 means that the course controls, and an 11 means his tee shot is astray and he's in the woods. Green 6 means it's a bad lie. Could be behind a tree or something. So his recovery does not show master, so he needs a double difficult putt for par to remain within 1. And in this case, I usually do a lag, and I have a roll for this almost every case. It's just it goes from double difficult to easy. So it goes from a double difficult par to an easy bogey. He needs to avoid 6s, and he does, but that's going to drop him a shot. So Gareth Leonard, through 11 holes, is 2 shots ahead of Heath Summers and his playing partner Alec Newcomb here in Connecticut. Gareth Leonard looking for another win here on tour. Let me see. He is not. He did win. Well, he won Dobies, so that was last week. So this would be 2 weeks in a row. I guess I forgot he won the previous week. So shame on me for my short memory. But you know, in all this time, I've played a lot of these tournaments, and but Leonard. The Scot now, if he could win back-to-back, we've had a lot of this on tour. Actually, Dustin Emmerich has won quite a few, like 2 or 3 different back-to-back stretches on this tour. So, okay, we'll get an early look at hole 18 as Gage Valentine, who started off the round well, has kind of lost his mojo, and he is going to give the course control here because with that red chip, he could have a meltdown if he doesn't use it before he finishes the hole. So he's going to give it to the course. He's hoping for anything from 24 through 35 on the black and the silver, and he gets 46. It'll be tree in 1 and then a 5. He's not a master. He needs a difficult par putt. 1 to 3, misses that. Moderate bogey, and he does make that, but that will finish him out. I think that leaves him -7. So my totals are all messed up on the leaderboard there, so don't worry about that. Fortunately, we have our leaders in good shape. Just right around where Alvestad is, just above him would be where Gage Valentine is located right now. And hopefully by the next time I use this form, it will be all squared away. So, to 14. And it's going to be Gail Honorado. Actually, excuse me, 15. And it'll be Honorado. As Cho bogeyed 14. So, a par 4. So, one of the things that's really an oddity in this game, and it can throw you off, this is for anybody who plays, sometimes I find I will get a double cordial hole, and I will just immediately think that it is a par 5. And it's really interesting when you see cordial and double cordial par 4s. It means it's a short hole. A lot of times these kinds of holes will have a direct designation, which if anybody watched last week, the PGA Championship at TPC Harding Park, hole 16, Colin Morikawa had a brilliant drive on a hole that is basically probably 40 yards longer than this, but he hit his drive to within 10 feet and made eagle, and that really helped him win his first major. The youngster is doing pretty well, and only maybe his second, I think it might be his second year on tour. So, but this is not direct. So the other thing that we have to pay attention to is if you get a white 5, that will bring into account this little hazard symbol, which indicates that when you take your putt, whatever that is, except for a clutch, you have to make it a degree of difficult more stringent or challenging. So here is Honorado. And the way I have my camera set up here, it's not the greatest, but it's 266 par 4. King or shape or no. Champion, he's semi, but does not have the decider die. So that's gonna take him to right now. Right now. It's going to be 2, and it's going to check if he is hot. Now, in the past, I've been a little sloppy with this. We've already checked the decider die, right? Because it said, is he champion? He's semi-champion, and it's not. So because of that, and what I have been trying to do all around is remove, as soon as I use the decider die, take it out of there, so that way I remember that when I have to check again, that I re-roll it. Now, it asks if he's hot. Gil Honorado, birdied 13, parred 14. That makes him semi-hot. We have to re-roll the decider die, and it's still not, so that's too bad. It'll have a difficult putt for birdie. And he is well behind, -5. He's going to try. He needs a 1. It's a 4. Moderate putt for par, and he makes that. That was a 1 to 5. So that brings up Myung Cho. So 256. Par 4. Again, I just turned it to par 5. 256. Legend? No. Okay, short game check. 6. So not a great result here. He's not stoned, so at least he doesn't end up with a double difficult. But he does get a difficult par putt, 1 to 3, which he does make. Gets the benefit of the white die, knocking it around a little more. So this little strategy tip here for you guys. Well, no, it's not a very good strategy tip. I would not do that here, and I'll show you why. So I was gonna say, you might want, if you have a red chip and you need to burn it, this might be a hole, but don't do that. You only have basically 3 squares on this, and I think that 33 might count double. Actually, no, it might. I think it only counts once. My bad. So you really just have a few chances of getting that golf cam course to be able to take advantage of the double cordials. So just don't use the red chip there. If anything, use a blue chip to take control. I wouldn't do any of it because I feel like it's just a bad use of your blue chip unless you're stocked with them, as Konishi is right now. Speaking of him, on a birdie to birdie run, we're going to 14, and he's going to use one here just because he's got him to burn, and we don't know whether or not he would have gotten it anyway. 3-5-6 doesn't seem like a great roll to me, but let's take a look. Scatter or puny? He's neither of those. Is he champion? No. Golf cam green. It's going to lead to a green 6 on the par 4. It would either need to be friendly or him to be a laser golfer to get a clutch birdie putt. Instead, he's going to need a clutch putt for par. Semi-gold, and he does make it, but he spent a blue chip, can't get one. He does get one after this hole, but he does get a par, so that ends his short streak. Jay Laufenberg gets a white 6, which means he can take a patient par and move along to 13. To par 5 Reno, and it's Heath Summers, currently 2 back. He'd love to get an eagle if he could on this one, but he's not the longest hitter, so the chances are even slimmer than a lot of guys. 1-3-6 par 5. This one's also has the little caution symbol. So if you do get a white 5, you have to Excuse me, pay attention to that. 136. Duffer or scatter? No, he's actually shaper, which is the opposite of scatter. Not utility. He is a hero. He gets an easy putt for birdie. This would be to pull within one. Of course, Leonard has yet to play this hole. Trying to run through my mind if I would use this blue chip if I were him. And I'm not going to. 1-4, easy birdie. 10-footer. And it's in. Just the last turn puts it over the edge. And it drops. That moves him to -11. One behind Gareth Leonard. David Alvestad. Double cordial hole with a white 6. You don't get a blue chip, but you can take the birdie, and he does. That moves him to -7. Okay. Gareth Leonardo. She likes me for me. Just a second. I'm kind of thirsty here. If I'm talking a little sluggish, actually, Check one. Check one. I got a message that you know what it is. I think my CPU is having some issues here, dealing with everything. Hang on just a second. Hopefully get back from this, but looks like some of my stuff is being a little flaky here, so hopefully the sound is back now. I'm looking for some feedback that it is. My bad, sorry about that. Thank you, Larry, for letting me know when you did. Hopefully it's working now. Please, somebody, if you're there, give me the thumbs up that it's working. Otherwise, I may just have to restart everything. I don't know. Not sure. It does look like it's okay, so good. But we have Honorado now, Stormy, and I'm going to get a Stormy out. Yeah, my PC is a little taxed some of the time by this. I really probably should just buy a dedicated tower that has a little more gusto, but hopefully everything's okay. I think things were kind of fritzing out a little bit with the camera too for just a second, but let's go ahead and get going. I may have to change and get rid of, I have like a USB hub that I'm using, and that may be starting to go on me too. Okay, Cho. You got water right here in front. Let's go ahead and take control of this for Cho. 112. Is he cold? Semi-cold, no dot, so he gets away with that. And he is, let's see, we have to re-roll for gilded. He is semi-gilded. This time he is gilded, 2 putts for par, so that's a shame. Shame for him. So, okay. Going to Shinji, Konishi. Par 5. Doesn't need to use a chip here. Just hopes he doesn't get a white 5. It's a white 6, double cordial. He'll take the birdie. Doesn't get a blue chip for it, but he will get another shot closer. But still 4 back. He's basically just trying to keep up with Leonard. He'll get another blue chip, as after every hole we get a blue chip. Jay Laufenberg. He also has the double cordial birdie. So Laufenberg to -9. So him and Konishi are trying to duke it out for 3rd place right now, hoping to catch Newcomb. Heath Summers, 14. Okay, course control 45, sand with his 2nd shot. Green 5, sandy, no. Difficult putt for par. Makes it. So the difficult par is a 1-3 and gets a 1. So David Alvestad. So Summers remains 2 back. He really needs birdies, as it doesn't look like Leonard's going to stop anytime soon. Golf Cam course control 25. Green 3, cordial, no. Daunting, no. It's just neutral hole, so it needs a clutch putt for par. Alvestad, 1-3, does make it. Gets a blue chip for making the clutch putt. Moved back to 13, where it's going to be Leonard. I was lucky because both of those. Let me see. Yeah, both of those on that hole. Was it hole 15? Yeah, hole 15. They got sixes. I think I would have done that again where I missed that it was a par 4. But anyway, here is Leonard on the par 5, 13th. Okay, he has control 2-3-3, par 5. How does this work out for him? King, no. Gonna be short game check. Green 3. He's not soft. He has an easy par putt. He'll take pars at this point. He's 2 shots ahead. Whoop, easy par putt. And it's good to go. Remains at minus 13. 2 ahead of Summers and Alec Newcomb. 1-1-2. That's a low roll. I don't know if it's going to do him any good, but let's see. 1-1-2. Cold. Semi-cold, no dot, so he gets away with that. Dynamic, he's not dynamic. Gilded, he's not gilded, so moderate putt for birdie. He's going to use the blue chip. Make it easy. He wants to stay within 2 shots here. If he can make this birdie, he gets within 2, and he does. He would have made it anyway. Flush center cut, and he gets into the tie with Summers. We'll see if Newcomb can keep pace or maybe even close the gap here. Konishi, I think Konishi's just too far out of it right now. So Honorado and Cho, really, I could just cut them out now at this point because they're quite a ways behind. But let's just play them out here. Semi-daunting here, par 4, 17. Honorado doesn't have enough chips to give it a go, so 34 is Golf Cam course. The decider die is no, so if we get asked about daunting, it will be a no. It's a par 4. Cordial, no. Daunting, no, it's not. So easy putt for par. Just avoid 6s, and he does. So Honorado with a par, he could save that blue chip for 18. Young Cho doesn't have any chips to use, and it's going to be 45. Just avoids the water. 46 would have been water. Instead, it's sand and 2. Green 2. Is he sandy? He's not. Easy putt for par. Cho is currently minus 4. He does make his par. He was in a good spot there. Up through 6, he was 3 under par through 6, and then he bogeyed 8, double bogeyed 9, and the wheels basically fell off from there, and couldn't keep it going. To 16 for Konishi and Laufenberg, and Konishi will use a blue chip to take control of this. He's got to try and press things a bit. Doesn't want to end up in that water, so that way he avoids it. It's 2-4-5, par 3. He's not utility, so we go to Golf Cam green. It's semi-challenging with the decider die is going to help him here. So green 2, friendly no, challenging no. He gets an easy putt for par. Not going to make any progress towards closing the gap, but he does make his par. Now, Jay Laufenberg, he's champion. He's going to definitely use a blue chip here. Hopes to get a roll where asked if he's champion, he would get a chance at a birdie maybe. See, 1-3-6. See if they get that opportunity. Hero or dynamic, neither of those, so he doesn't get that. Goes to Golf Cam green. This time it's going to be challenging because of the decider die. Green 6. Asks if he's friendly. If the hole's friendly, it's not. So it doesn't ask if it's challenging, so that's good. The decider die means nothing, but it also asks if it's laser. So because neither of those are true, it's not a clutch putt for birdie. Instead, it's a clutch putt for par. Needs a 1-4 because he's semi-gold, and he does make it. So he spent a blue chip, so that means you can't earn one there. Now Summers, one of the guys 2 back of the leader. Double cordial par 4, 15. I have to say that to myself so I don't make a mistake. Oh, and Konishi gets a blue chip for finishing that hole. So 266 par 4, king or shaper. He is a shaper. He'll get a blue chip. Heath Summers will. And he goes to the gallery cheers. Hacker, not a hacker, so he has a difficult putt for birdie. How many chips does he have? 2. He could use the 2 blue chips to bring the difficult up to easy. Or he could use 1 to make it moderate. He'd still have a 33% chance. You got to try and make this. He's 2 behind. He really needs to put the pressure on Gareth Leonard. He's going to use 1 blue chip to make it moderate. This may backfire. 1 or 2 gets him a birdie, would move him to within 1. If I'd used both of them, he would have made it. So that leaves a gimme par. Or no, easy par. And he does make that, but half opportunity wasted there. Here's Alvestad. Green 6, double cordial. He'll take a birdie. That's really what Summers could have used right there. So Alvestad, -8, making a little bit of some progress back towards the pack. He was at, yeah, man. Why this things? Some of the stuff just isn't working quite right for me. It's because I've changed my. This is just an alternate setup. Okay, Alec Newcomb with the birdie on 13 gets a chance to have the honor. Has no more blue chips though. Gets a 3. 44 is trees in 1, green 4. Will be sort of an average lie. Trees in 1, green. Workman, no. Moderate putt for par. And he makes it. Needed a 1 to 5. So Gareth Leonard now, still 2 ahead of Newcomb, as well as Summers with the extra control. Even a white 4 will help him, but he does not get that. 55, sand in 1, green 4. Gets a decent lie in the sand there. First shot. He's not chunky, so he gets a moderate second putt for par. Just has to avoid a 6 here, and he does. Okay, so we're gonna get Honorado and Cho to 18 now. Leonard again. He is -13, 2 ahead. Let me check the comments here. You're Lima Charlie now. Gambler. Well, this game, if you're going to play head-to-head with somebody, there's times you have to take gambles. And we tried it with Summers and it didn't work, but I guess Lima Charlie's probably loud and clear, I'm hoping. Assuming. All right, Honorado still has that blue chip. He'll use it here at 18. See if he can get the -6 there. I don't think. I guess Cho is the only guy that could potentially eat into his money. 1, 5, 6. That sounds like a short game check, but let's see. Legend or Bomber, he's neither of those. Hacker, no, it's going to go to Mood, and he's Stormy, so this is not going to fare him well. Green 5. Stormy, yes. Double difficult putt for par. Do the lag roll. Just having a little bit of a blank there. Easy bogey. And so Honorado finishes tied with Cho for fourth. He spends a blue chip and gets obliterated by it. Cho, whoa, decided I flew off, but with a yes. So 13 sand in 2. So his second shot finds the bunker. Green 1, chunky. He's not chunky. He gets a pin shot. We're going to re-roll white and decider. And it's woefully short. You're going to need a difficult putt for par to stay tied with Demelmeyer and Honorado. And he does make it. So 71 for both golfers. 1 over par. It says even, but that's not right. Something's amiss with my calculations somewhere along the way. Go figure. Let me see something. It says, yeah, it says it's 70. But somewhere my formulas have been turned into muck. So, okay, Shinji Konishi, 17. He'll use a blue chip. Doesn't need to use another one, so he's probably going to use that second one on his putt if he finds one, but he does take control here. Really, control doesn't help him a ton. Doesn't have the greatest of traits there to be able to use it for much. 225. He's not a legend, and he's not utility, so we go to mood, and Konishi is neutral at this point. Green 2. Asks if he is sunny. He's not, so a difficult putt for birdie. He'll make it moderate with the other chip he can use. And he misses, so an easy par makes that. Now Laufenberg. And Konishi now is stormy. I'm going to take it, since Honorado is done, I'm going to put this on Konishi. White 6. He'll get a blue chip and a par. Alvestad at 16. He's going to hang on to his chips there. May want him at 17. It's a 2, and it's 56. Just avoids the water. Golf cam course. Green 1. Cordial or laser. Neither of those are true. Wait, it's par 3. Cordial or, yeah, it's still cordial or laser. Neither of those happen to be the case, so he has a clutch putt for par. He'd get another blue chip if he makes this 1-3, and he does make it, so he doesn't. If he would have lost a chip, then he wouldn't have been able to do anything to gain control at 17. But in this case, catches a good break, and here is Summers. White 6, he's going to take a par. He really needs birdies right now, and I don't know. It's just, with a par 3, the only way to attack the pin is you already know what the roll is. It's a 4, and for a 4 on the par 3, it's a difficult putt for birdie. Just doesn't really make much sense. He needs to try and see if he can get 17 or 18, get a birdie, and maybe have Leonard falter. The 15th, par 4. I'm going to put it on the par 4 chart. And it's going to be Alec Newcomb first. He's also 2 back. Needs probably at least a birdie here. 1-2-2. Duffer no. Hacker no. Moderate putt for birdie. Needs a 1 or a 2. It's in! So Newcomb does get his birdie. Moves within 1 of Leonard. Minus 12. Looks like we're going to have a finish down the stretch here. Here's Leonard. He gets a 1-5-6. Legend or Bomber. He's neither of those. Hacker, no. Go to Mood. Mood, he is actually stormy. I don't have the thing down there, but on my screen it says he's stormy. So, and it's going to be green 6. Ask if he's sunny. He's not. He has a difficult par putt. He needs to make a 1-3 to stay one ahead. This would be a 2-shot swing and bring Summers right back into it unless he gets a 1-3 putt. Oh, and he misses that. So that leads to the moderate bogey. Now really needs to bear down and make this, and he does. But a bogey for Leonard, and the winner last week now is in a little bit of trouble right now. Back into a tie with Newcomb, and also one ahead of Summers, who has some chips to spend. So, man, it's too bad that Konishi couldn't get anything going down the stretch, and he would get another blue chip after that last hole, and keep forgetting to give him that, but it doesn't matter. He's got a plethora of them there already. 18, he will spend one. He has the honor. And it's 1-4-5, par 4. Duffer or gilded, neither of those. Going to be short game check, green 4. Stone, he's not stone. Easy putt for par. I might as well use a chip and make it gimme. Virtually a sure. The par, and he shoots 67, a nice round for Konishi. 3 under par on this par 70. Going to end up -9. Well, looks like 3 back, but you never know here. Here's Laufenberg. He's going to go ahead and assert control. 156, Legend or Bomber. Nope, Hacker, no. It's going to be Mood. He is sunny. And the one's going to ask to be stormy, so it's a gimme birdie putt. So he will finish in sole 4th unless he misses this. He makes it. So Jay Laufenberg, -10. Good tournament for him. Puts in another good one. He's a 2C, so he's in. He'll be well within playoff as we're starting to head towards that. Of course, we've got the Open Championship, or the Championship of the UK, coming up very soon. We have one more tournament before that. And I forget what it is, but I'll tell you before it's over. Hopefully everything is okay with the sound still. It looks fine. Let me check the chat real quick. Yeah, that when you have a 2-shot swing, that's a game changer in golf. So Alvestad, he will spend a chip here on this semi-daunting hole. That means we have to roll decide or die. He's going to have to spend a second one to get control. He gets to avoid the water with that you see on the card. And Summers going to do the same type of thing. 3-4-4, par 4. Yeoman or puny. Semi-puny with a dot, so he's going to end up groaning the gallery with that, and then a green 3. He doesn't earn any red chips because he spent them already. Semi-master, we have to re-roll, and he's that too. So he is a master. He gets a moderate birdie putt, so he gets away with it at least, with a great second shot. Spent 2 chips, so he can't use that other one yet. Needs a 1 or a 2, and he misses. Easy par, holes that out. So Alvestad yields to Summers now, who is 1 back of Leonard and Newcomb. And same situation. He wants to avoid water, but he's going to have to spend both of those chips to do it. He's got a host of good qualities to be able to spend here if it works out. 1-5-5, par 4. Bomber or Duffer? No. Champion, semi-champion, but he does not get the dot, so he's going to go to right now. And it's the green 1 is going to be a godsend for him here, because it's going to say, is he cold? He's not. He gets a gimme birdie putt. So after all that, he needs to avoid 6s to draw into that 3-way tie with Newcomb and Leonard, and he makes it. We saw 1-6 hang on for a second. The other one came up a 2, so he is now all square. He has 1 left. Leonard and Newcomb still have 16 to play. And it will be Newcomb who birdied 15 on the tee. Leonard bogeyed it in unceremonious fashion. He's had his ups and downs this year. 1 last week, but Newcomb will be first. Gets a white 1. 3-4-5, though, is not a good roll. Miscalculated swing. Sends ball past green. Wedged on the green. Difficult putt for par. It's just like an automatic difficult putt. So he's got to make this 1-3 to stay in the tie. He's got about a 12-footer. 1-3, and it's good. That seems like a clutch putt right there, and he will head to 17, at the very least within 1 of Leonard. Let's see what happens here. White 6. He's not going to attack. He will take the blue chip par. Okay, we're coming down the stretch here, guys. 3 golfers tied at -12. Heath Summers, Gareth Leonard, Alec Newcomb. Newcomb, the leader, coming into this day. One under par. Summers, I think, is probably, what is he, 4 under par right now? 5 under par. 5 under par for his round right now. I can't see that side of my screen for some reason. Leonard is also 5 under par, but that bogey really left him in a rough spot. So first up, it will be Heath Summers here at 18. He can't get control, so he's really hoping that everybody pars to get to a playoff probably at this point. White 5, 44. That's sand in 2, but he gets a green 1, so he might have a chance to hold this out. Let's see. Sand in 2, green 1. Is he chunky? He's not chunky. He gets a pin chance. So when we do a pin chance, we roll white. Let's roll white first. If we get a white 1, then we do the decider die. If it's a white 1, it's on its way towards the hole. It's a 5, so no such luck there, but it'd be a moderate par putt. 1-5, and he holds it out. So good finish there for Summers. It's a 65, and he is going to go to the practice tee and just hit a few to keep warm after he signs his card. Here's Alvestad. He'll take control of this. 5-6-6. Par 4. He is a legend. He used a blue chip, so he doesn't get a blue chip for it. Green 5, hacker no, moderate putt for birdie. Needs a 1 or a 2, and he will finish -9. Otherwise, he'll have a chance at -8. And it's in the hole. What a nice putt for Alvestad. 67 for him, -9. He'll finish top 5, tied for 5th. Okay. Oh. Just a second, guys. Whew. I'm going to stand up because got to stand up because I don't know about you guys, if you ever get one of these hamstring cramps. Whew. The way I'm sitting in that chair, just all of a sudden, it wasn't like right away, but sometimes when you get a cramp, you just feel the start of it, and you're just like, okay, I know what's going on here now. Things are not good. So, Summers in the clubhouse at -12. You know, that's a big thing right there. Let me check the scores. Okay, or not the scores, the chat. And the scores now. Just the chat. All right, so Alvestad and Summers are all finished. I'm trying to talk a bit while I'm dealing with this cramp. Okay, semi-daunting. Newcomb doesn't have any blue chips. Leonard has one, but that's not enough to get control on this one with the semi-daunting. Okay, white 2 means 34 is going to be golf cam course. He's going to luck out with a decider die. Green 1, though. Par 4, is it cordial or laser? It's not cordial. He isn't laser, so it's a clutch putt for par. Fortunately for him, he's gold. Just needs to avoid a 6. 80-some-odd% chance of making this. Oh, no! He yanks it. He's going to get a red chip. And that is a disastrous time to pick up a bogey. He'll have an easy bogey putt. Just needs to avoid 6s now. But that is a killer. Just getting back tied for the lead. And now that's going to open the door maybe for Leonard. At the very least, Leonard and Summers. So that drops Newcomb to 11 under. And he's going to need a birdie on 18 with a red chip in tow. So Leonard now. Uh-oh, he's going to need so we got a white 6, which is normally a patient par, but with 2 extra 6s, that leads to a clutch putt for that blue chip in the advanced rules. So he needs a 1 to 4 here to stay minus 12. Now, this is one of those cases where you have to think about whether or not you want to take the chance of throwing a 5 and losing your blue chip anyway. Because with it being a clutch putt, if he misses it, I'm still trying to work out this cramp. I think we have to use this chip to give him the best chance of making this to stay tied. So he's going to lose the chance at a blue chip. But this means 1 to 5, he stays tied with Summers at minus 12. It's in. He would have made it anyway, but that's one of those gut checks. You don't want to be on the wrong side of history, missing a putt when you could have just taken an extra practice stroke. So you had the confidence enough to hit it. But that's going to leave it here where we've got Newcomb and Leonard, both Leonard needing birdie to win, Newcomb needing birdie to get into the playoff. So 4 degrees of course control. It's 3 for Leonard because if it's a white 4, he gets control, and he will have the honor here on 18. Minus 12 is your score at the moment. You got 2 guys tied, Summers and Leonard. You got Newcomb 1 back. Newcomb needs the birdie. White 3 is going to be 13. It's sand and 2 with a green 3. Par is going to be the best he does here. Leonard. Par 4, green 3. Is he chunky? No. Leads him with an easy second putt for par. As long as he doesn't end up with the 6s, he's going to make that minus 12 playoff. And then it's just a matter of whether Newcomb can do it or not. Oh boy, I saw 1-6. That's a par. So minus 12. Whoops, that is the wrong guy. So that will be left up to Alec Newcomb. And this is not a time you want to use that red chip for a to give like a black 6, because you only have a 1 in 6 chance of having it turn into a golf cam course, which would give you an opportunity at birdie. I think your best chance at this point is playing the red chip. You don't want to end up with that on your thing. So give the course control, and what he really wants here is a green 1. If you see a green 1, then he's got a shot. Otherwise, it's not very good shape here. So let's see. It's a green 4. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. 56 is sand and 1. Green 4, chunky no. Let's put it up here. Chunky no. Moderate second putt for par. So he needs a 1 to 5. And he does make it. That's going to be too bad for Newcomb. He's going to finish 1 behind in 3rd place. He'll have a good payday. Should ensure him another go on next year's tour with this finish. But that leaves us in a playoff. Gareth Leonard, Heath Summers, and frankly, what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to cut this out. Just a second. I'm going to take the leaderboard off because I don't trust the thing. We can do this on our own. Konishi doesn't have any chips. Doesn't need the chip anymore. Neither Leonard nor Summers has any chips. I'm going to just clear the board. We know what we need. Oh, wrong guy. Leonard and Summers. And let's get this guy out here. This is the way that I like to do my playoffs. And Summers will be orange, Leonard will be green. And let me just check the chat real quick here. Free golf is correct, so right on the money. So I don't need to worry about my little scoreboard anymore because we're just going to be playing it freehand here. I'm just going to remember what the outcome is. Man, I'm getting a headache, so that's not good. Let's roll these guys, and the low number will get to choose. We'll just say the low number tees off first. All right, so Leonard will tee off first. Let's switch order. And so this is how we use this match play chart. I'm using it for something else, so it'll be Leonard first. And we will play 18 to start. That means I've got to do this. So let's play 18. Of course, he still has extra control. If this we'll go back to is it 14? Maybe it's 15. We'll go to 15 and do that double cordial hole. I kind of like scoring holes for playoffs, but we're going to do 18 first because that's where the gallery is. So here is Leonard. It's going to be 44, sand in 2, green 5. Is he sandy? He's not, so he ends up with a difficult putt for par. So now Heath Summers, if he could get a white 1 here, he has a great chance at winning this thing. Here is Summers. He gets a white 6. He'll take a blue chip, and he's going to take his par. So there is a par for Summers. That means that right now Leonard has to make this 1-3 difficult putt to win back-to-back tournaments. Otherwise, it'll be Heath Summers with the victory. Actually, what he needs to do, he needs make this 1-3. They will move on to the second playoff hole and still have a chance at that back-to-back. He needs a 1-3. It's a 5, no good. Heath Summers is your winner, taking an exciting finish here in a playoff. Pars 18, and he is the winner of the 2019 Connecticut International. That is his first win in this season. Of course, and I want to make sure I get it right here. I'm bringing up the last season's tournament. I think he won a major. I'm pretty sure he did, but I'm going to double check here. Well, he actually won the season-ending championship and won the whole thing. But he also won the Four Seasons Open, and he won Tire Town, which happened to be so he had 3 wins last year. This is his 4th victory on tour, but the first one this year. So congratulations to Heath Summers. I'm going to wrap it up here because I'm not feeling super great. A little warm, and I've had a bit of a headache all day. So thank you guys for hanging in there with me. I had some technical difficulties earlier, but seems to be the way it goes, especially when you're trying something new. Leonard chokes. That's true, Larry. Thank you, Larry, for hanging out with me live here, and I hope people who watch it after the fact enjoy the ending. So for my partner, Tabletop Earl, he's been off doing some other things for a little while. Hopefully he's back soon playing some stuff. Been trying to get some other things here on the channel, so keeping some baseball and some golf going, but I think this is going to end it for me today, as like I feel like kind of crappier and crappier as the day goes on. So hang in there, have a good one. Congratulations to Heath Summers, who overcome Leonard. Just he won last time, but he's had some iffy ones of late, so this season, so that's good. Another winner on the tour. See you soon from Tabletop Baseball Plus.